There we go. Lights.
Was that it?
That's it.
What was that?
What,
Nothing
the
happened.
lights. The lights. Look,
Nothing happened.
What? Yeah, it did. Look,
Nothing
watch my
happened.
lights.
Yeah, they've gone. Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
What?
It's not showing up in Discord. Sorry.
Oh. Oh, okay.
Trip's having you on, mate.
Oh, he's having me on. There you go. I got one of those.
What's that? You're a
Wi-Fi.
Lumio. What was it called?
Philips.
Philips.
It's just a Wi-Fi.
Lumio.
It's just a Wi-Fi light. Yeah, I wanted to have one that had like loads of different colors on it, but it turns out it only does soft, warm, or.
Simon, do you remember when Hamish had a real room?
A real.
You know, he had like his fake bookshelf. He had his
Oh,
anime posters, and now he's got a bougie chair and a light that changes to the Wi-Fi.
I've done a terrible job. I've done a terrible job of actually like we did all this work, got the toilet, got everything, and now I've somehow made my background so boring. Like I haven't put the posters up. I haven't put anything up, and I'm waiting to frame it, and we're just doing what me and Faye do. We're the worst picture hangers in human history.
It looks like the fake backdrops you get on Microsoft Teams. Like genuinely, like it doesn't look like a real.
Well, I cover up my giant body. Covers up.
There we go.
Mess.
That's what the people want to see.
Oh, nice.
The real side.
So there you go. I literally put everything there, going, well, it looks clean.
You've hidden that so well. It's perfectly hidden.
Yeah, isn't it perfectly hidden? When you turn around and go, oh,
you're like, wait a
mess.
second. Because the rest of it looks really well put together.
Yeah, exactly. It's almost as if I've spent a bit of time. Unlike Simon.
I don't know what you're talking about, mate.
There's nothing.
Simon, your beard is getting.
Yeah,
really
I
is.
said it. I said your beard's getting really impressive.
That is a beard. Like it's just snuck up on us. You know.
I know it has. It's snuck up on me. I'll be honest.
Oh, it's good.
It's been a few extra weeks between haircuts, and I usually get a beard trim at the same time I get a haircut. I can now do like a square beard and have a bit more like width to it, or I can like pull it in and.
Simon, I think you're gonna have to sort of wind your neck in a bit because like
I've talked way too much for the first 5 minutes.
No, not that. Oh yeah, well that's what. Apparently you didn't like talking too much in the last episode, and I thought, oh maybe that's true. I don't know. Apparently maybe, but what I mean is that you're like me and Trip. If we fused our faces together, we still couldn't compete with what you're doing.
Oh, I see what you mean.
Like
you've now,
yeah.
I'm really enjoying
really
enjoying the winter beard at the moment, and yeah, I feel very comfortable with that.
You see, there is hair there. It's just blonde, so it just looks like I look proper neck beard. But
I think when you got dark hair, it's easier. I must say.
I have been considering whether we need to branch out and get a facial hair partner.
Oh, it'd be really cool if we actually got a beard comb, a push-to-point beard comb.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. I love a beard
like
comb.
A balm, like a beard butter, or
welcome. If this is the first time you've ever listened to our podcast,
welcome.
Apologies. But we had this thing of where we come up with great ideas. And never fulfill it. I mean, there was a time. Do you remember the time when we used to be proactive and made hats? Yeah, we made hats. We made play mats. Do you remember we went nuts and we actually organised getting.
I don't remember that.
Now we had this idea, everyone, right? That we were going to get some tokens for. In fact, I'll tell you what we're missing. We're missing Sean. Okay, that
is exactly what I was going to say. There's a reason.
Sean.
There's a reason.
We don't know, but Sean wasn't around when we did the playmats.
Yeah, no. That was the playmats.
We were young.
Yeah, we were young
back then.
Eager gents. But then Sean showed up with all his vigor and went, I'm going to make some tokens. Literally. And we're like, oh, we've been 3 years into this gig. Go right ahead, mate. And now
he was the token king, wasn't he?
He was Vigor. He was Vigor as well.
Yeah,
did
he was Vigor
because he was actually Vigor. Yeah.
I remembered. But yeah, now we had this idea, didn't we?
Or was he Agility? Wait.
No, I was Might. You were Gold.
Might. I was Gold.
No, I think Simon was
I was agility, maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll never know. We'll never know.
I can't remember. Simon got them. Anyway, so we were going to make some tokens, everyone, for the Pro Tour London coming up, right? And all we had to do was take some photos, and that I have to say,
and edit them.
Well, that was going to be pretty easy.
And send them off to the.
Which one? I can't see it, Simon. What was Sean?
Sean was agility.
Oh, he was agility.
Simon
Trip was gold.
Yeah,
I was bigger.
Yeah.
And Hamish
was banned.
We
didn't. We were going to do them again, but we didn't.
Well,
you were banned.
No, that's
you
not.
showed
that is exactly what happened.
There was a nipple
Simon.
on it. No.
That was a foul rumor.
There was some hesitancy from people taking photos. However, I feel that if the price wasn't ridiculous for what we were like, I'm not saying that the company that was approached for this is out of line, because I think that's a reasonable price.
And he had 9. No, they were going to put 9 customers in front. Like he said, like I've got. He had 9 customers in front. We were going to get front of the queue. He just had. Do you know what I mean? He had to make it worth his time.
Like we were doing it a rush job.
Well, it wasn't rush, and then also we were going to take away his business logo at the back because we were going to double. You know, and I just looked at it and went, he did all of our Christmas postcards, so he'd done a spanking job. But then last week, I have to say, was normally I'm the arse kicker, which is fair to say. Out of us three, I'm the I'm the arse kicker.
You're
the follow upper.
I'd say you don't really kick ass very hard.
No,
you definitely
I don't.
You're the reminder. You're the
I'm the same.
Something in the chat.
Yeah, I'm the same in the club. If I've got a vision, someone's got to be enthusiastic to just put a bit of oil on the fire to get everyone going. Okay, yeah, let's just do it. He's keen. Let's get it done. When someone's keen to do something, it brings the keenness up. And I just all of last week, family's not been very well.
Yeah,
and I just lost all. Like I was in survival mode of just getting through the week.
I tell you what, the last 3 or 4 weeks, I just feel like I kicked my ass. Like, I've been tired. I've just not been, not been up for it as much as usual.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Life in general,
but we still have stuff.
Oh no, we're definitely going to have stuff.
Yeah.
We've definitely
got stuff.
Always got something. So come to the Pro Tour, we might have a little.
The orders have been placed.
Yeah. So we have got stuff for everyone. It's just I suppose really is everything. We always have this like grand vision, and the only reason I'm talking about is like, we should push to point combs, and it's just like this is actually an awesome idea.
How do we get onto that? Oh yeah,
because we're talking about our beards. It would be a really cool idea to have push to point cones, and it's never too late.
Brush the beard. It could be a spin-off podcast called Brush the Beard.
Well, you could just have like a little comb like this, and just have the push to point logo on it.
Have you seen my little comb, my little mustache comb?
No,
I'll show you. It folds. So it looks like this.
You see that's what.
Wait.
That's what. Trip. Can we have a look?
And then it just goes like.
And then we'll make.
And it fits in your pocket.
Yeah, we'll make.
Simon's probably got one. There you go. Look at that. It's P-shaped.
Yeah, mine's got. Oh, you can't really see it. Mine's got a little logo, Death Grip Wax logo on it.
There we go. I've got to push the point where three
dudes have got combs on their desks.
3-year-olds show off their combs. Get their combs out. Yeah.
Come on, let's get a beer. Let's get cracking.
Yes, please.
Oh, Hamish. Good question. What are you drinking?
Well, today, Simon, I swear, I actually think I'm not out of the Christmas beer, but like I went to a wedding and I've been to see Shane Gillis, so I've been beered up. So I just didn't want anything too hefty. So I went for a Hawkston Lager.
Oh, that's really nice.
I don't know where I got it from, but
is that Jeremy Clarkson?
It's a Jeremy Clarkson beer. It's all right, fairly average. I've had one before, but there you go. That's it. What about you, Simon? What are you drinking?
So I have something special today. So an ex anaesthetist colleague of mine has started up his own nano brewery at home. and he's like kicking out the beers.
I thought he was
and he's
going to
selling
say.
them online.
I thought you were going to tell me he's like some like freelance anaesthetist now. So
No.
he just goes out putting people to sleep.
Just give him. Yeah, no.
Self-employed.
So he's got a website and he's got a little company, Gasman Brews.
Oh, okay. Yeah, this sounds. Yeah.
And today I have. This is the first beer of his I'm trying.
Yeah, I can't believe you just twigged that
It took me a
now.
while. It's been a long day, guys.
This is a Vienna lager.
Yeah.
5.9% copper lager, and it's called Misdiagnosis.
That's a cool bottle. Yeah.
Nice. That looks great.
It's got a little cartoon picture of him on it. His name's Bryn. And he's a consultant anaesthetist, and he now brews beer.
Do you think he could make us a beer?
I'm sure he would make us a beer if we paid him to make us a beer, yeah. But it takes a little while, so maybe for a future thing.
That'd be cool. I don't know, that'd be cool.
I don't know if anyone here has ever had a Vienna lager, but it is dark.
Oh, wow. That is not what I expected a lager to look like. That's cool.
What about you, Wildcard Trip? What are you drinking?
I've got a Two Tribes Campfire Hazy IPA.
Welcome back, Trip. It feels like it's been a little while since
Actually, drinking a beer.
Well, you rocked up with like.
I had Lemsip last time because I was ill. Yeah. With whiskey in it.
I think Hamish and Trip would like this.
Do you think I'd like it?
Good to me.
I take it.
It's a lager, but it's malty.
Okay.
It's got some caramel flavour to it. It's yeah, that's really tasty.
Lager. What makes it a lager then? Because I would just say it's not a lager.
A lager is brewed using lager yeast rather than ale yeast. It's a slightly different process.
Fair enough.
Well, lads.
Cheers, guys.
Cheers.
Happy.
And to you.
There'll be one more podcast.
Tasty. Thanks to Bryn for Gasman.
Yeah, thanks, Bryn.
All right, okay. Should we do? Let's. I've got. Are we gonna do?
We do some home news.
Yeah, I went to see Shane Gillis. Quite funny. Went to a wedding, and it's been pretty busy. I almost had an interview with the top boy himself, but
you did, yeah.
To be honest,
it might have happened by now.
But still might have happened by now.
Miscommunication.
Yeah, but been busy, and that's about it really. Shane Gillis was quite funny. His warm-up packs were.
Which one's Shane Gillis?
Does really good Trump impressions, and he's done a series called Tires on Netflix.
Okay.
Yeah.
I might recognize.
I actually think he's like almost like me in terms of humor. I don't know. He's so ideal. He's just like
absolutely hilarious.
All right. He's like he just does all these shrugs. It's so funny. He says something like you think you're like, oh, I don't know if you should say that. He's like, oh, like he just.
You are a big shrugger. When you say something, you do like a little shrug. So that is fair.
A little shrug.
Yeah. I'm just saying. Anyway, yeah, watched him. Very funny. Went with Mikey. So we just experienced the London life, and we hate it.
Oh mate, it's the best.
We went to the O2, which is near the XL.
Of course you're gonna hate it. If you go to the O2,
mate. Oh, it is awful.
I hate to say it.
We got on that train, and it was just like everybody pile into the. I'm like, what? But it was very weird how quickly it all just went. Like it was just like massive crowd, and it was just gone. I was like, what the hell?
You can fit a lot on those trains.
Yeah.
But man, people come to London, they go to the O2, they go to Oxford Circus, and then they're just like, man, this place sucks. It's like, well, yeah.
There's so much more to London.
Where's the worst possible places?
Well, I have to say,
Hamish's amazing guide to London. You'll have all sorts of insights.
I love London, everyone. As you can see,
as you can tell, Hamish has just got an amazing knowledge of London and the things to do.
It was uncanny how much knowledge he has of London, considering he doesn't live in London.
I had a lot of favourite places.
Yeah, you were like, man, I was reading it. It was really interesting how many of your favourite places were also my favourite places. I think it's just such a coincidence that we have such a similar opinion on what people should do in London. And Kettering, for that matter.
Yeah.
We've got Wixley Park.
There's not much choice in Kettering.
There isn't much choice.
It's pretty uniform.
But
I was like, oh, I like James A. Custer as well. That guy from the telly.
yeah. There you go. Well, all right, okay. We'll circle back to that trip. What's your home news?
Well, I'm just trying to think. One weekend, I actually played Flesh and Blood. Believe it or not, I've actually been playing a fair amount of Flesh and Blood. Well, I've been going to tournaments at least. It wasn't a very successful tournament. I went and played Living Legend in Canterbury. I took Starvo. I lost to Zen. I got the bye, and then I lost to Zen again, and then I went
And then you went
Zen's pretty
broken,
pretty crazy.
Stubbies,
it's actually mad. It's like actually.
It's basically Stubby's fight, but somehow they made it worse.
They will do 135 damage turn to you. Like it's just almost free, basically. So you just have to be like, okay, I'm on like 20 health. Dead. I could die. Especially when you play Starvo, because you do actually have like quite a fair number of non-blocks in the deck as well.
Yeah.
And then even if you live, you're then kind of out of your cycle of being able to
recover,
present disruption, and so it was a bit rough. I do think it's definitely beatable. I kind of feel like Aurora was actually probably kind of busted in Living Legends, but like
how?
What with because if you can play Tome, right? So it's actually kind of and you can play Stubbies. You can play I'm sure you could play some kind of weird Stubbies Aurora with Tome, and it would just be kind of dumb. But maybe Zed is too fast. It's a really strange format. It wasn't as fun as I expected it to be. The crazy thing is, it kind of reminded me of Blitz.
Oh,
but I think that's just because I played two.
It was that quick.
Right?
Because it's that quick, and it's like, oh well, 40 health. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it kind of was like I was expecting it to be a bit more grindy, and there were some people playing Oldhim and were doing well with Oldhim, but Zen still got the late game.
Now. You just
kind of crazy stuff.
Now we've got to really unlock the true filth, which is Living Legend Blitz, and then we can.
Viscerite.
That's just Viscerite.
Yeah, everyone's going to sit there going, Zen's busted. I'm like, oh no.
Oh no.
Yeah, I can't say
let me teach you.
The best Living Legend experience. Would I have had more fun if I was playing Blitz? Probably not. It just goes back to I just still think that I don't know. I know there should be a place for Blitz and Living Legend, I guess, but I kind of just wish skirmishes were classic constructive. But that's just my thinking on it.
I haven't played any skirmishes. I don't plan on playing any skirmishes because locally they were all Living Legend, and I'd actually wanted to play some Blitz, but yeah, there wasn't really anything around.
But anyway, I did that one weekend, and then last weekend I went out, did karaoke on Saturday night. Went out with Kate. That was fun. I was very, very hungover on Sunday. And we're currently cat sitting. You can actually literally see the cat right behind me right now.
The cat just shows up.
Which is incredible.
Rocks up.
Yeah, so we're looking after my sister's cat, which is fun.
View numbers have just rocketed up.
It literally just walked over.
I know.
Yeah. It's like, this is my moment. So yeah, there you go. That's what I've been. Work's been busy. I won't talk about work, but like, been doing some fun stuff. Been playing a bit more Fab leading into Pro Tour. There's some cool stuff coming up. Yeah, I'm excited for the Pro Tour as well. But Simon, what have you been up to?
Yeah.
This weekend, I've done my best Dan Tripp impression.
What's that? Did you?
So on Saturday afternoon,
do nothing. Play Elden
Ring.
Brunch, video games.
And evening, I played D&D all day.
Yeah. Oh, I played D&D. I forgot about that. I didn't play D&D, but
that was accompanied by repeated cheese boards and charcuterie boards. And I made a Basque cheesecake for the event as well, so more cheese. We just played a one shot. We all made characters and did a one shot. It was really fun, actually. It was a carnival one. And,
Wild Beyond the Witchlight?
I don't know what it was called, but it was
were
a mysterious
you in a carnival?
And you had to try and do all the attractions and get tokens and escape the carnival, and then had to fight the Ticketmaster.
That's cool. I like that.
That was cool. It was a bit like Everfest.
That's cool.
That was fun.
Cool.
And then on Sunday we went not for brunch we went for afternoon tea.
Close enough.
And
Did
had
you have
lots of
kids?
masala. It was an Indian. No, we had someone look
I
after.
was gonna say, sounds like you had a fucking awesome weekend.
And yeah, we had It was an Indian themed afternoon tea, so masala chai all round and lots of Indian snacks.
Oh, good. That sounds way better than actual English afternoon tea.
It was so good.
I also play. I forgot to say that I didn't play D&D, but I did play Call of Cthulhu, which is a Eldritch horror role-playing game, and I did a one-shot, and it was very fun as well. So I forgot to mention that.
There you go.
Well, that sounds great.
Cool.
Shall we do a little spin? A little spin?
A little spin.
We'll do a spin.
We'll do a spin. So well, I have already
spin the wheel.
So
but I can pretend that I haven't.
Cool. What is it? What are we doing?
Well, Hamish, if every episode of Push the Point, we spin the wheel of names, wheel of time.
Yeah.
And if it lands on your name, if you're a Push the Point patron, you get to go on the wheel of time. And if it lands on your name, you win 6 packs of the rarest set in all the town, The Hunted. Is it which no one which
time to be alive.
So, turns out if you print £70 Majestics, you can't find the product anymore.
There you go.
But we have spun the wheel, and the winner is Craig Johnson.
Yay!
Not to be confused with Craig Johnston, who won a little while ago. It is Craig Johnson this time, so congratulations, Craig.
We've got Craig and
we've got
Johnston and Johnson. Sounds like
let us know if you are coming to Pro Tour London, because I'm sure Simon would probably not to save on some postage, maybe potentially.
That's true, actually.
We haven't discussed that, but maybe if you're happy to take it at Pro Tour, we'll just give it to you.
Yeah.
Our last winner actually did open a Shelter from the Storm in their 3 packs. 6 packs. 3 Majestics in 6 packs, and one of them was a Shelter, so they are well up.
Yeah, well, that is literally that is 2 years of patron membership.
Done.
Yeah.
In one card. Because if you're a £3 patron, that's £36 a year. So that's 2 years essentially from opening one card of Flesh and Blood, which is, hey, that's what you get for being a Push the Point patron.
Honestly, it's just deals. It's just deals.
Deals.
We'll tell you a bit more. What else do you get for being a patron? Not only do you get to be on the Wheel of Time for 6 packs, we've also got 3 awesome partners. We've got Thistle Tavern, a Scottish single seller from Aberdeen, and they do singles on their website from all different types of card games. If you're a Push the Point patron, you get 10% off all your singles from Thistle Tavern. They also got a store over in Aberdeen as well. So if you're down that area, check it out. It's on the news, as seen on TV. So it sounds like the store's actually just going nuts at the minute.
Yeah, sounds great.
And guess what? Everyone?
What, Hamish?
They're going to be bringing, right? And I'm going to put a tweet on this. So if you're watching this on Friday, right, you probably may have already seen it. But they're going to be selling the Metal Fab Tokens, by the way, another one of our awesome partners, the London Pro Tour Resource Token, and this is what it kind of looks like.
Whoa!
It is beautiful.
Cool. It is a nice coin. It looks like a £2 coin.
It does look like a £2 coin.
Oh, that's so good. I really like that.
It's actually the shape of a £1 coin, but bigger.
Well, that's
sorry. Yeah, that's it, isn't it?
So I helped Brandon make this because he said, how do you do it? And I went, wouldn't it be, I'd say it was pretty British, £1 coin.
You didn't go for the Kettering town?
No. But I said, could you make it as a £1 coin? I said, even if you could try and get it a bit grooved and whatever.
Yeah, it looks great. Yeah.
Yeah, so there you go.
Will it let me get a trolley from Sainsbury's?
It's a bit too big,
is it too big for that?
It's a bit too big for that.
That's a bit of a missed opportunity, unfortunately. But
there you go.
Everyone.
No, that's right. So Thistle Tavern is going to be at the Pro Tour, and they're going to be selling you all the goods there. So if you're a patron, go check them out. And they're also going to be selling the Metal Fab Tokens stuff at their stand as well. So if you want to pick up one of those Pro Tour coins, head over to Thistle Tavern, because Metal Fab Tokens, another one of our partners, is doing those awesome metal tokens as well. If you do fancy picking up some stuff before the Pro Tour, you can click on the UK tab on his website and fill out the form, and I can send you out some tokens and goodies for Royal Mail prices. So if you want to check that out, go check it. Go click on the link below. And last but not least, our awesome PCG, which is, I keep saying this wrong. Do I keep saying premium or premier?
It's Premier, isn't it?
Premier card grading.
Premier card grading.
It's PCG, everyone. Right. The only grading company in town that you need to worry about.
Welcome to Push the Point, when we know the name of our sponsor.
Yeah, I mean, I don't actually have them right here because you might see this on YouTube, but this is like an Adobe edit bit where I see it later on. Anyway, PCG, they're a grading company. They have an office over in the UK. They're going to be also at the Pro Tour in London as well. So they should, and I hope that they're going to be doing the Fab Slab 2.0s, which they're a lot thinner and they're going to look really cool. I'm going to be
check that out.
Yeah,
Thistle Tavern, President Grading Company, and the other one,
and the other and some the other one. Yeah, so
and Metal Tokens that are fab.
So, welcome to Thistle Grading Tokens. So there you go.
Everyone's favorite spiky trading card. Should we move on?
Yeah, should get this done. But yeah, just be a patron, man. There's so many sweet deals. Right, let's get going. Okay, so circling back to the point you were saying about this article. Thank you so much, Trip. I did throw you out mega credit at the start.
You did indeed. I was very happy to read it. But as I said, I wanted to, as a Londoner, I thought I could give you some insight. Though I was saying when I was reading it, you did, you did it, or whoever edited it. It's so much better than what I put together because it's just so funny.
I did put so I put in. So you basically outlined the.
I gave it like the core facts.
You gave the core facts. Yeah. You basically went, here's these places. This is what they are. This is what's really good here. And I'm like, cool. That is exactly what I needed. I do not know where things are, whatever. And then I went, okay, so I'm going to read it as if I'm reading it out. So as I was reading it out, I just went, okay, so this is waffling on 2 bits. So I cut some bits out. And then I think I saw you put the word horn in the pub bit.
I tried to put some fab titles in, and then you just came up with way better ones.
No, but you just said check out your favorite horn. So you said check out your favorite horn, and I had to went okay, yeah. This is a shout out, by the way, big shout out to Yorgos Samaras. I literally thought of him because his English is very, very good. But when I talk to him like in person, I say some English stuff that obviously we get, and he goes, "I don't know what." When I said, "Oh mate, I'm just waffling on," and he went, "Waffling on," and I went, "Oh, talking too much," and I thought, "No, your English is really good."
You use a lot of colloquial terms, should we say?
Oh, do I?
And I think you do in general, but
I think probably
hard when you're on an international scene.
Yeah, exactly.
That's part of the charm, though, isn't it?
That is British, mate. That's British.
Yeah.
You gotta come up with some like wacky words. So. Yeah, so I just thought
I did enjoy the conversational tone of the article.
Oh, it was really good.
Was it?
I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I really like.
There's a lot of it was Trip. Like there was some chunky bits that I like. This is Trip.
Yeah, but like even then, it was like you made it fun.
Okay.
And like funny, and I literally gave you like an unedited. I was just like I've just word vomited London things onto a page of A4 and be like, okay, here's some facts, here's some recommendations. Now you can transform this into something really funny, and I think it definitely is that. Well, I think it is anyway. So
oh, cool. Well,
I was really happy with it.
Yeah.
Also, it's nice to just write recommendations for London that I thought people would hopefully find quite interesting, that aren't just like the Buckingham Palace or like
you
go
did
to the Tower of London. It's like I feel like everyone can find that out on. I was really inspired by I can't remember who wrote it, so apologies, but the Amsterdam guide. I used that when I went on holiday there with Kate because it was so useful for like cool, interesting things that I wouldn't have normally, like getting that insider's perspective is. I think those articles are like underrated and how cool they are because you get a real like specific view of the city, which is really good.
You did a very good job, Trip, though, of like there was so obviously I put. It's all me, obviously, everyone. But there was like, it was almost like a dual thing of, it was me speaking, but it's Trip's experience.
Yeah,
I'm
I
almost
did
speaking
all
of
places I've been to and done, basically.
And there were loads of really, really, really cool bits that I actually think, and I had to mention, you got the London Eye, you got Westminster, you got Big Ben. If you're going to go to London, if it's the first time I've ever been, you probably should just head over to Westminster and look at the Big Ben and London Eye and just say you've seen it, right? You should, because everyone who does, and it's not unimpressive. It is quite impressive. Those buildings are like, oh wow, cool. Just like if you've seen the Eiffel Tower, it's I'm sure if everyone who lives in Paris is like, yeah, whatever. But you got to see it, right? So, but there's all these other like London's just like it's too much. It's
a massive city. It's very, very big, but like it is very easy to get around. Yeah. So like
surprisingly very easy.
Well, that's why I said like the first thing I was like is if for anyone who's going to London, just learn how to use the tube as soon as possible, and then it completely opens up the city. Because especially if we're going to be based in the XL, because the XL there's not a huge amount to do around there. No. But once you can feel confident just getting a tube for like 20 minutes into central town or whatever, everything becomes so much easier. Especially East London, there's so much good stuff.
Google Maps is actually pretty. I mean, it's really good if you put it on the public transport mode and just say I want to get somewhere. It's pretty good at telling you the best way to get there.
I use an app called City Mapper, which is incredible for anybody who is like Google Maps is also amazing. City Mapper is just really nice. It works really well with the London transport system, so it's just
you can also download it, so you don't need data.
Yeah, that's good too.
Yeah. Well, the only thing I actually did sit there and go, look, I did actually see a pillow fight thing in Leicester Square, or did I put Leicester Square? And there was actually like 200 people with pillows, like feather pillows, and there was the pillow fight, annual pillow fight thing. And I went, me and my wife were like, okay, and we just saw 200 people doing a pillow fight, and you're like, yeah, like what? As if I just said this is the bit I love about London. As much as I just said I hate it, it's just a lot. Some bits in London are long, but so much of London is just a marvel. It is never not boring.
I used to have a similar outlook to Hamish, where I didn't. London was okay for day trips, but I couldn't imagine being there longer. But since living in a bigger city myself, like it gets to be a bit normal. Like when you live in it and you're part of it, you do appreciate it more.
It's funny that you both say that, because I would say to people, I would genuinely say I think a lot of people will come to London for the Pro Tour. They probably won't like it, but because I really do think it's the sort of city that once you're there for a while, it clicks, and then you're just like, oh, I know exactly what I'm doing now. And I think also it's like if you're coming to the Pro Tour, I'm going to assume kind of like you're into like trading card games, like you got a particular interest, particular style. A lot of those like super busy London places are just not going to be places that you're going to enjoy, because you're probably just not going to be that kind of person. Like I know I'm not that kind of person, but there's plenty of stuff that you can do like out in the sticks. Talking about like Kew Gardens and like going out a bit, and there's some really beautiful green. Like there's so much green space in London compared to a lot of big cities. But just have an explore.
Yeah,
do the tourist stuff like Hamish says, because it is cool. Going and seeing the Tower of London, going and seeing Houses of Parliament, Big Ben, and all that stuff. You want to say you've done it.
You've got to go and see it.
Just make sure you try some other stuff. Also, and just get food, because there's amazing food in London. Because you can just get any kind of food.
Mm-hmm. Food,
it's just
music
like there's
as well.
Music.
There's so many
really
gigs
good.
on.
It's
like,
so funny though. But the thing is, like, let's bear with, right? Because people are going to be there for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and really, people are going to. You're going to be living.
Play the Pro Tour.
You're going to be living in the XL. I know exactly what you mean. You're going to live in the XL for hours on end, and you're probably only going to want to go and explore a bit of London. Is if you came on the Wednesday, or if you're leaving on the Tuesday and you want to sort of hang around. Yeah, definitely use those times to just sort of go, what do I want to do? And I can guarantee London will fulfill it. Like, honest, there's like, no matter, if you can think, I want to do something, this is what I'm kind of after, I'm pretty sure somewhere in London is going to do it for you. Like, there's nowhere that you can go that it's just like, oh no,
and don't go to Infernos, even though that got left in, which I was very surprised.
I loved it, because I sat there going, no one other than Trip probably knows what you're on about.
The idea that someone might go to Infernos is so appealing to me. It's got a carpet. It's a dance floor. It's got a nightclub with a carpet.
Okay.
It's great. It's terrible. Don't go. Do go to Clapham? Clapham's fun. Don't go to.
Okay. Well, not to waffle on about
I
this.
wrote it in like 20 minutes, and I was like, "This will be funny," and then I was like, "I probably should not include that bit."
I did look at it and I was like, should I edit this out? And I went, no, whatever.
I thought you'd edit that bit.
Well, I don't know what it is. I was relying on your reliable sources.
Go to Coco if you want to go to a mainstream club.
Anyway, let's no. We've got some news. Let's talk. We're 35 minutes in now. We have been keeping on the Fab train. We've got
news.
Okay.
We got new heroes.
We got some new heroes. We got dual classes. We got high C spoilers. And what's your opinion, lads? I feel like this has got to be the most.
It's not.
This is why is everything being revealed this much?
Well, there was rumors of a leak, wasn't there?
There was definitely. It was not a leak. It was called a complete bugger up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's definitely been a mess up.
It's a bigger cock up. Yeah, I think Finbar when we were seeing all this like coming out, the person who was making the Taipei website for the package clearly made it like open and live because everyone's
without meaning to make it open.
No, they didn't mean to, but someone just went on and went, "Oh, cool. Like I could just click on this and have a look," and yeah, that was it. Everyone started seeing stuff they shouldn't be seeing yet. To which then I think it's just changed tactics a bit. And I don't, Ellis. To be honest, when we think about it, when it comes out, none of it will care. It doesn't matter. Like no one will care. No one remembers. Like I remember the whole part of the Misfell like stuff. Flake getting booted out. Like everyone's like, "Oh, that's really bad." But we all forgot. I haven't. Clearly, I haven't forgot. But do you know what I mean?
I was gonna say, I still think about that sometimes.
Do you? Yeah, that was really bad. Yeah, that was really bad.
It was pretty bad. It was really bad.
But we move on. That's my point. We move on. Like things happen.
We do move on.
Yeah, we do move on.
Spoilers out. Look, monumental cock-ups. They happen.
Yeah.
And the most important thing is that at the end of the day.
It's London. It's a London. It's a UK gig, heroes. So it's going to be cursed. Yeah. That's what I thought.
Yeah. But also, it means that we have more time to talk about these heroes, and we have much more insight into what the next set's going to all be about. Because
not just what the next set, but nationals, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So what do you? So first, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Gravey Bones.
I don't like the name.
What? Why?
No, do you understand? No, but do you understand why it's called that?
Yes, I understand.
Yeah, so
Davy
Jones.
It's Davy Jones, Grave Bones.
Yeah.
I said to Nikki, they're bringing out a new set, and there's a pirate who's a necromancer, and she was like, right, so he raises people from the dead, and I was like, yeah, does that remind you of anyone? She's like, Davy Jones. I was like, great. They've called him Gravey Bones. And even she rolled her eyes. Even my wife, who knows nothing about flesh and blood, was like, oh, no.
I told my wife and said, there's another flesh and blood set. She went, oh, again? No, she didn't even
didn't even get to the character.
She didn't care. I was like, it's called Gravey Bones. She's like, right, yeah, can you... So, speaking of gravy, can you, like, mix it? Anyway, it actually took me a little while. And then I spoke to Mark Henderson, to which he replied, "You're a fat fuck, aren't you?" And I went, "Why?" And I said,
"Because you thought of gravy."
I thought of gravy. Of course you did. All you think is food.
I thought of gravy too.
I thought it was. I was like, gravy.
I mean, it's in the name.
I know, but I actually thought, gravy is if you pour gravy on dinner. I was like, I don't get it. This is just a dumb name. Oh, gravy. Oh, I got it then. Anyway, name sucks. Artwork, cool.
Yeah.
Yes. Have you seen the young artwork as well? I think the young art is really cool. It's before he.
Was it Marvel?
Yeah. It's like a young version of him, but he's still old because obviously he's dead. So young version of him is still.
Where?
I think I can find it. Is it still in the spoiler?
No.
Yeah, not that one. It was somewhere. It was spoiled. I can't find it, but it looks real cool.
Okay. This feels anyway. Who cares? We just literally turned around and said Blitz sucks. So seeing these
Yeah,
young...
but when you see this art, you'll be like,
okay, right. Anyway, so
gravy bones. I'm gonna Google gravy bones and then just get dog food.
Simon, what's your thoughts?
Yeah.
So what? So putting all this stuff got spoiled a little bit sooner than we thought. Stuff aside, we've got our 3 classes. We've got our 3 heroes, dual classes. So it's a pirate is not a talent; it is a class. It's confirmed that.
Yeah, but what someone made a very interesting point, which was why is really the difference between a class and a talent? I'm sure there's some kind of rules-based difference, but actually
there isn't.
It's kind of the same, right? It doesn't really matter.
Okay, well, it does a little bit because a talent represents a theme and a class represents its job, right? So this is untalented dual class, but the only person that's hogging it all is the Emperor as a draconic warrior wizard. So he is like talent and dual class. This guy's like got it all. So I think they're just trying something a bit different, and it opens. I think it's quite a clever way of going. We have a lot of pirate cards that is going to clearly be the generic cards of the set. So we can push out loads of pirate cards, and then here's 3 of you with pirate stuff on it, and then we've kind of actually laced up quite a lot of pirate class stuff for a talented or non-talented pirate only class. It's just a way of being able to throw out what a class.
Yeah.
But
it's
what is a pirate class? That's what's its thing. That's the weird thing I'm trying to work out. Is it just basically gold?
Yeah.
Well, then
I think it's going to be gold.
Betsy and Olympia.
Well, they've played around with it. I guess that's fair.
It seems to be the tapping, though, doesn't it? Like,
tapping,
tapping, or whatever you're going to call
plundering,
it,
or turning.
Maybe the you need gold. Maybe it's the tapping and plundering, isn't it? So the plundering is I destroy this gold, I draw a card, I discard a card. That's like the plunder thing. Maybe that's what the pirate class is, right? So, which hero are you most excited about, Simon?
I'm not.
Okay. If you had if you had to pick
one, it would be the Necromancer because we haven't seen it yet.
Okay. But you're not that bothered about him.
I don't. It's not a set that I'll be rushing in to buy loads of. Like, I think.
What would be a set you would want? What would be your ideal set, Simon? What would be a set? Did you buy any?
What would be a set? No, not really.
Okay.
One box.
Right. Well, what would you want?
I bought a case. Sorry, I bought a case. I would like Ninja, Runeblade, and then I don't know, maybe some Wizard or Ranger.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay, not to sort of detract from this, but Trip, what would be your What would be your set?
Honestly, the last 2 sets have been insanely good for me. Like, I would say that I'd take one hand with a pack of Rosetta, one hand with a pack of the Hunted. I'd be very happy.
I meant really like in a set coming up. It's not out yet.
Yeah,
if you just said and went, I would snap buy case, don't care, I've lost money. Like what would they have to announce for you to go, I'm in?
Like Idol Ira 3. This time it's
serious.
The Empire Strikes Back. No, I would love a new mystic set. Because I really like the mystic mechanic, and I really wish that Zen was not what Zen is like. I really wish Zen was completely different and not this. And I'd just like LSS to try and crack a non-aggressive ninja. Like, and I thought that would be a really interesting thing to do with the mystic mechanic. So I'd like them to go back. You know what I would love is like a Mr. Miyagi kind of old
patient ninja.
Patient ninja. You've literally got wax on, wax off.
Yeah, but you don't have a hero for that.
Oh, right, okay.
That's what I'm saying. Like, if
you know what they're going to do though? They call him like Mr. Wigaggy or something.
Oh, of course they will, because the name. This is the one thing that we bring up occasionally, but it's not talked enough about in the game of Flesh and Blood.
Their naming
The
convention
naming convention is so hilariously bad.
Yeah,
but we kind of forgive it because the rest of the game is so kind of like serious.
It's actually
mature,
very good,
violent. Cool angels, and then it's like, hi, I'm Gravey Bones, and I'm a necromancer, and I'm a Gravey, and I'm like Bones.
I
my name's really Prism. Fast, I play with light and illusions.
I know. Yeah. We've probably talked about this. This is detracting me from the actual point from this whole new set.
I'm a parrot, and my name's Puffin.
Yeah, I know. I sat there thinking, like, isn't Dorinthia basically James White's mum or something?
You ask him, mate. You've got the interview coming up.
That's true.
Open with that.
Yeah. Is Dorinthia your mum? No. Are you having a laugh? No. You having a laugh, James? No. But that name was actually like, that doesn't actually like.
They named the first ever ninja Katsu.
That's I think you could just clip that. They named the first ever ninja Katsu. Yeah. kind of writing was on the wall there, lads.
It's a bit on the nose.
It's a bit there, wasn't it? It was almost like, oh, look at it, can't get any worse than this. Bravo. It was
I know Bravo as well.
Brighton was on. What was Reinar?
Reiner's fine.
Yeah, Reinar was fine. I call that name.
Dorinthia's fine. Reiner's fine.
Nothing else ever.
Bravo's
nothing else ever.
Viscerai.
No, Viscerai's fine.
Like visceral, but that's really cool.
Yeah, I like Visceral.
Dash is on the nose. No. Kano is like.
Kano is actually fine because I initially went, Volcano, fine, sure. But
Azalea is a very cool name.
Azalea, yeah. What's that? Yeah. What's that meant to mean?
It's just a name. I think it's just a cool name.
No, there's got to be something. There's no way. I think, anyway.
It wasn't really on the nose until like Icelander. And Phi. And
Chain, who literally is a man covered in chains.
And Prism, who's light, and Bolton, who goes fast.
Sometimes. No, I don't like any of it. I'm not even going to try and defend it. It genuinely sucks beyond belief. Why couldn't they just literally come up with like, Sir Dalton of Soul?
Give it like
I don't know why I said Dalton because it's literally
Dark Souls boss naming conventions would be sick. Just like
something. Yeah, God, just
but anyway,
anything.
I quite like it because it's kind of funny.
It's not funny. It's dumb.
Bringing it right back round to your original question, which is which heroes are we excited about of the three?
Yeah,
I quite like Marlin. I guess it's Marlin, like the fish.
Come on, what? Yeah, I was going to say, what's that one? I actually like that name.
Marlin. Yeah. Isn't that a type of fish?
Is it?
That a marlin, I think.
Yeah, like a dolphin.
Marilyn. Isn't her name Marilyn?
No, her name's Marlin.
Marlin. It's a type of swordfish, isn't it?
Oh, well, that actually sounds like a name.
A marlin is a swordfish.
Yeah, but
it could be Marilyn.
Yeah, but
I think
that's
it's
actually.
Marlin.
I like
Marlynn.
Oh, Marlin. Anyway, but that's actually a name. Like you could imagine someone
being a pirate with a giant harpoon, so she hasn't.
I know, Simon. We all know it's on the nose. We all know, but it's at least it sounds like a name. Gravey Bones. Come on, like
Gravey Bones.
Even if they said like if they called him Peter,
abbreviated cards. He's got a fake wing.
You're telling me if he was called Peter Bones, you would prefer that?
No, that's actually
Peter Bones.
Hello,
that was actually my maths teacher.
My name's Peter Bones.
That was actually my maths teacher. That was actually just somehow
Pete to my friends, Mr. Bones to you lot.
No, maybe not Peter.
I'm going to teach you about arithmetic.
Dan Tripp's D&D That's
one of my voices.
Is it?
Yeah.
Hello, my
That's
name's
what I do.
Peter Bones.
Ollie Inkstein, guys, if you know him, you've heard him.
Oh, I don't, but I don't know. Like pirating, who gives a shit, right? Anyway, so these heroes, you're looking forward to Marlin site trip. Who said Marlin?
I'm also looking forward to having another hero with allies because Ninja really loves hitting allies.
Yeah, that's true.
So nice good time.
But
I'm looking forward to
Rigor Mortis and Chum.
Don't mind them. Don't mind them. They're like something about like something about allies and stuff. I don't mind that too much.
Bothered.
To be honest. But they're not heroes. Do you know what I mean? They're not heroes. They're just like they're crew. Call them what you want. Like, you know, but the captain, you know, you gotta know. Anyway,
a bit more respect.
I'm looking forward to having a look at what the Necromancer's all about. That I have to say, my recent spending of money.
Calling for a Necromancer for a long time.
I know, and it's finally here, and Gravey Bones. But no, I think I'm gonna have a look. I feel like I'm gonna get priced out though pretty quick.
I just want to flag one thing, which is why I'm really interested in Marlin or Marilyn. There's a very cool card called King Shark Harpoon.
Yeah, that looks amazing. I'll be honest.
And the most interesting thing about it is at the very end it says,
cannon.
If you've activated a cannon this turn.
Yeah.
Now,
what is that?
Now that I like. I like that. Come on.
Yeah.
Cannons?
Cannons?
That's pretty cool. That could be an interesting way of getting around the ranger problem of not having a weapon if you have to develop, say, like an item that's becomes a cannon, or it's an ally somehow, or it's like you have to tap an ally to fire a cannon.
It's going to be an ally, isn't it?
It'll probably tap an ally to fire a cannon, right? But...
Guys, I had a theory about old Gravey, right?
Peter Bones.
Old Greg.
Oh, Peter Bones, right? In fact,
it's Mr. Peter Bone, isn't it, from the House of Commons?
That was it.
That's it. Yeah.
He was. I think he was Corby's MP.
The John Burko clip.
Oh no, that's Wellingborough. I think it's the Wellingborough MP.
Peter Bone.
Oh, Gravey Bones.
MP. He
got booted out for
Peter Bone.
Didn't he get booted out for sexual harassment or something?
Oh, most of them did.
Well, speaking of Gravey Bones, right? So, old Peter Bones here. I reckon he's going to be summoning the Kraken, and he's going to do that by smashing up all these allies. Trip, you're actually looking at Peter Bones, aren't you?
You have to watch that video I've just put in the general chat. I know we're recording right now.
I can't watch it right now.
You have to watch it, please. Watch it. Just listen to it for a second. I'll pad while you play it. Everybody. Oh, God.
What is going on?
Okay. Simon, what do you think about this set?
Can't hear anything.
Can you read? I'm not getting that very clearly at all, but I know exactly what it is.
It's the end.
Technology fails us.
Peter Bones.
Mr. Peter Bones.
Mr. Peter
Bones.
Bones.
Simon, go ahead.
I think it'd be nice to see some new mechanics. We've seen, obviously, the tap seems to be the pirate mechanic, and the watery grave seems to be the necromancer mechanic. Again, it'll be interesting to see what they do with it. I like the idea, like you say, of cannons.
Yeah.
The mechanologist seems to be based heavily on Crank.
Great. Yeah,
that's mechanologist, isn't it?
But I think it's good that they are looking at ways to... I think there was a big push to get people into the game with bright lights. And I am glad to see that they're continuing to push support for players who got in with bright lights. Like we're getting the Max Armory deck, and we're getting this new hero that also plays into the Crank mechanic, which I think I think the crank mechanic is really cool. I like the idea of making items faster. That I think is cool. So yeah, I think I will say Mechanologist, Ranger, and Necromancer. Necromancer looks very cool, but they're not 3 hero. I'm not that interested in Ranger or Mech, and I just don't think Necromancer is going to be my kind of hero. Let's just be honest. But like, I think it will be a lot of people's what they want to play. So yeah, I think it could be really cool. And I think so far we've seen very little, but what I've seen, I like the look of. I like the gold. I think continuing with gold as a mechanic. I think gold's a really interesting mechanic. I like the return of the macro thing for sealed.
Oh, that looks
which
so
looks
cool.
really cool. Where
really
basically
cool.
everyone is going to have tons of gold, basically, which is fun, right? That's going to make it a really fun way of playing it, right? Because that's a constant in play. First time a hero's attacked each turn, you're just going to be able to create loads of gold with this and kind of build it up and then cash it in. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
It looks the limit. This is the first time I actually think the limited set's actually quite exciting. Like I'm actually genuinely excited to have a bash doing limited because of the Treasure Island stuff and having this mini game going on.
It's going to be our nationals. It's going to be nationals.
I know.
Fields.
Yeah,
so
I'm really looking forward to it.
We're going to have to learn these heroes in some capacity. So
yeah.
And Ranger, it's quite interesting, right? Because Rangers are normally, if you think traditionally, Ranger quite a hard class to play in sealed. You run out of arrows, you lose. Mech quite hard to play in sealed, but though that would normally be because of the boost mechanic, which doesn't look like so far doesn't look like they're going to lean into the boost mechanic. It's going to be more about crank. So that's interesting too. Tapping cogs to get things go again rather than.
I think there will be some boost. But I don't think there'll be a lot, but I think there's probably going to be a sprinkle.
I would say as well, like this Puffin Hightail, the hero ability that is nuts.
Yeah,
it's nuts.
It looks really strong.
It's draw a card. That's and
no,
if you crank twice.
The Ranger one, the Ranger's Marlin's hero ability. That looks really strong. That looks really strong.
I think they all look really, on the face of it, quite powerful heroes. If you think, if this Puffin hero is going to be able to create cogs, and I'm just assuming. Firstly, I'm making the assumption that there's not just golden cogs, but regular cogs, because I think there's a card that refers to cog. And if they crank as well, and you've got some kind of mechanic where you're, playing an item with crank and also cranking a cog, and then you're drawing a card, that's really, really strong. Like, that's really, really, really strong. So we'll see what happens with the rest of the card. I would say that there's this just golden Skywarden card, which I'm just sort of like, wow, this is kind of bizarre. Just like big, and also seems to be like a bit of a yellow theme going on. I don't know if you've noticed that. Like the Gravey Bones, there's the Chart the High Seas plays into yellow cards. The allies, I think, are so far that have been revealed for the Necromancy are both yellow. Might be wrong.
Because
they are both yellow.
I think what they're doing
Golden Harpoon is yellow.
Yeah, I think what they're doing is like there's certain cards that are saying like if you've discarded a yellow card, get a gold for it, and it's almost like going, well, what do we do with these yellow cards? And it feels like the blues are going to be your pitchy stuff, the reds are obviously clearly your attacky stuff, and the yellows are, well, if you get rid of it, I mean, yellow is gold, so I think it's actually a pretty interesting way
into a gold. So I think really interesting set so far. I'm really excited for it. I think it's going to be a set I'm going to enjoy playing in sealed capacity. I think I'm very happy with my current heroes. I'm not looking to invest too much in a new hero at the moment, but yeah, we'll see what happens.
I have to say, just to sort of wrap, like, I think this is, like you said, really cool set. Really, really cool set. Completely agree with what you're both saying about its popularity and everything. I am not interested in Ranger or Mechanologist. I will be keeping my eye on Necromancer because I've always wanted to get a Necromancer on the board. So I'll have a see. I'm hoping I won't get too priced out to play it.
If you get in early, you might be.
Yeah, it's hard. it all depends really. If they're going to make Felling of the Crown cost stuff, if they make a Necromancer card, that is just a bit much.
On that note, like buying decks or buying cards for decks.
Oh, but they are bringing the army deck out for it, so
yeah.
I reckon that'll pad him out. Like he's the Necromancer stuff.
Just as a segue to this, obviously we're not going to be playing High Seas at Pro Tour, but I know you've both bought a few cards recently. Hamish, are you still planning on playing the Calling at the Pro Tour?
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And do you know what you're playing?
Yes.
Okay. Trip, are you still planning on doing side events?
I'm still doing side events, but if I was playing the Calling, I'd still play Ira because I like playing Ira.
Yeah,
she's fun.
So I remember what you're saying.
I'm sat firmly on the fence and I can't make my mind up.
What is the fence made out of?
So I like the idea of playing in the Calling.
Yeah.
And I think probably my 3 options, if I borrow cards, are Ira, Aurora, or Florian.
Right.
But they are.
What?
The more people talk about just going and playing side events, the more fun that sounds. I know Trip gets that. I know Trip understands.
I enjoy it.
Just floating around, networking with people, like not having the stress of the Saturday Calling.
Stress.
At the same time.
Yeah, but if it's going to be stressful, don't do it.
No.
It's not going to be
stressful. Like,
it's not going to be stressful to me. That is like my.
There's an ideal limit of stress, right?
That is my chill. I'm like, who cares?
Just, but we're talking about Simon here. You can't be like,
that's true.
Well, it doesn't stress me out, so just do it, Simon.
Oh no, but I never said it doesn't stress me out, so do it. I said if it is stressing you out,
I know what you mean.
If it's stressful, don't do it. But I don't understand how a Calling can be stressful.
Yeah,
there's an optimum level of stress.
Well, what do you want to do? Do you want to compete, or do you want to just?
I just want to play games. I do want to just play games.
Well, then there you go. Then
I
can lend you a full power Aurora deck, though.
You could lend me a full power Aurora deck.
Well, I don't have Shelter from the Storm, but you don't need it in Aurora.
I don't think you need it, no. Well,
so yeah, I'm still thinking. I'm still working it out. How are you guys feeling about the meta, the CC meta right now? There's been a few.
I think it's great.
I love it.
I saw the top 24 from Sao Paulo. I was just like, yep, this looks good. Aurora's a bit strong, but the's always going to be a hero that's a bit strong.
Yeah.
That's kind of the point
of
the game.
Hero.
And I think Aurora is nowhere near to. I mean,
strong.
I think even unlike other metas I've seen, I'm still not getting the kind of like immediate Aurora's too strong. I think even people recognize that she's good, but you can play into her.
I've got this heavy hitters vibes. You know how it's like Aurora is like it's obviously I'm not talking about the same power level, but it feels like she is the KO. You know, KO was the best. But he wasn't, it wasn't.
But no one really complained about KO too much.
No, it wasn't that crazy. Yeah. He was just good. Aurora is good, but you're like, I could beat it. Like, totally. There's quite a few things I can take this on. Like, all right, sick. And then this opens up the doors from more than one person can take out Aurora. So now more than one people will want to take out the other things that are taking out Aurora. So now our meta is just like 5 or 6 heroes deep now, with Aurora clearly sitting on the top. She is the one to beat. And then it's just going from there. And I think this is awesome. Like, there's so many little avenues, and this is why I think it's actually an amazing opportunity time to play the Calling. It's not like Amsterdam when it was, bro, you're taking Zen or you're taking Nu. Like, if you take anyone else other than them two, you're nuts. Like, genuinely, you're nuts. Or when you guys went to flipping Pro Tour in New Jersey.
It was Chain or Starvo.
You take Starvo, you take Chain, or don't bother showing up. Like,
or Prism,
or Prism, or Prism. Like, but in this, I think you could take Trip, you could take Ira, and Simon,
she's got 24,
and you could take whatever. And I just think your your enjoyment of playing this hero is going to lead you into so many games. Like, I think all of us would probably I honestly think all of us three would day 2 it. And then we'll be sitting there going, oh my God, we made day 2. Let's see if we can cash, all that sort of stuff.
We're going to do it now.
And then we won't, but it would just be the journey of going, oh, I don't know. But isn't that what, to me, isn't
He's
that...
selling it well. He is selling it well.
But it's just a great meta. It's not as if you go, oh, I really enjoy playing Ira. She sucks. It's like, no, she doesn't suck.
Yeah, she was worse, to be honest. I want it to be terrible, so I can just play it without any worries.
Yeah, but you can. I don't think. I look at her and I go, yeah, she's fine.
Remember when she was busted for a day? It was like, everyone was like, "Oh, you sad that she got nerfed?" And I was like, "Guys, I'm so happy she got nerfed.
So happy."
I don't want it to be that. Just stay normal. You know what I'm saying?
We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap this up. But I said to you guys this question. What would be the set? You will turn around and go, I'm buying. I don't care. This is
what's your set?
Well, it'll be the Demonastery.
Viscerai 2.0.
Yeah, look, I actually it would be like Viscerai 2 comes out, you're like, cool, I'm buying it, but I'm not buying this set. Because I'm just buying Viscerai.
What if they called him Vis 2 Rai?
Good night, everyone.
Thank you for listening.
All right. Bye.